Alrighty guys, welcome. Hope you're all doing well, guys. Midweek, Wednesday, 4th of December. So let's get this show on the road, guys. Let's see what we can come up with moving forward today. Always, good morning, good afternoon, a very good evening, no matter where you are around the world. Hope you're all doing well, guys. Welcome to another big day on the charts. GJ at a pretty promising level for potential options. Scoping some sells. Still have to wait and see how we close on this M30. Gold kind of in the middle of a range at the moment, but nonetheless we'll do the analysis on both moving forward. And if you guys have any questions, any other charts you'd like me to look at, I'm more than happy to do so. Quickly have a look at the news. Nothing in regards to our session. Obviously it's a big week. We've got ADP to come later into NY session, just a little bit into NY session, so something to be aware of. Obviously got the Fed Chair Powell speaking later on, and ISM services PMI. So big day for the US dollar. But nothing really, unless something breaks in regards to our session just here. We've got the governor speaking later for the pound, but that will probably be after the stream ends either way. So without further ado, guys, if you've not already done so, you guys know what to do. Hit that like button, and let's get started and have a look at GJ. And starting once again the weekly time frame, and what we can see is we're still bearish. We're still forming bearish. Just we did open that gap to the downside. But we do have a lower high, lower low now, hovering back above this support to the left hand side. Pretty strong level. So what have we got though on the other time frame, on the daily time frame, to suggest that we may make a deeper pullback? Well, looking at it structurally, it's still bearish, but what we now have got is a candle as created, high low, high high to the previous candle. Previous candle was a potential reversal candle, closing with a long wick to the downside. Would have preferred for it to close close to its high, but seeing it's already broken the high, There is now probabilities to the upside on the higher time frame. I mean, based off that, it's at a previous support to the left, but we could be looking around that 192 sort of region. Doesn't mean it's all going to happen today, but that is a realistic level on the higher time frame. Onto the 4 hour, we just closed above a resistance. Not really flipped any structure, seeing that is the lowest point of the impulse to the downside. Therefore, we did not close below to create the lower low here. We did wick below, but I don't consider it a lower low. So therefore, structure will remain bullish at this rate until we close above this swing point, bearish, sorry, until we close above this swing point at 191.30 roughly. But what we can see is we've just broken a resistance. I'll mark it in. I'll obviously be adjusting it. So we're just hovering above it at the moment. Just going to mark in a support. So we're technically bearish, but we have broken resistance formed within yesterday's candle. So that could give us reason for a deeper pullback into the range above. Now, looking at on the M30, now I'm just going to adjust this zone. Because what we can see is we've got that area from the left hand side, which we have tapped into. That is the area that I did mark in yesterday as the level I want to get involved towards the end of the stream, if to the upside. If we start to pop above this 190.560, you're above that psychological round number. Not only that, you've got clean traffic to the left hand side as well, plus you're creating some high lows, high highs within the structure within the current daily candle itself. So definitely keen on looking for the buys above that level, that resistance. Now what I can see is though, we're currently rejecting. We had a bearish engulfing on the previous M30. Current candle still has just over 6 minutes left. This closed back a weak bullish candle. May have potential options to sell it. The preference would be for it to close bearish engulfing M15. That would be the strongest confirmation. What that would do is close the 30, leaving a long wick to the upside. Once again, rejecting this zone is for our level, only to close back below the resistance. So based off that, that is the optimal entry. Now, if we do close very weak bullish though on this current M30, then what we've done is formed minor support at resistance. And if we were to begin to break that minor support, then there is a high probability, in my opinion, that we may come back down towards that 190 flat first of all, and then potentially down to the support here at what is the Asian lows, basically around that 189.50 sort of level. So sells below is definitely something that I would ponder. Sells below this resistance, and that is the immediate levels that I'm focused on GJ. I could mark in support just here, but I won't clutter up the chart for now. To the upside, again, got some resistance here, but we definitely got the margin to look for the buys if it did begin to pop above that 190.560 sort of region. Impulse entries may be valid, just depends, because what we could do is I'm kind of wanting to keep this zone a little bit deeper for the time being, since it is that 4 hour level, and we generally tend to react stronger to the higher time frame levels than the minor levels. So I want to see how price reacts to it first of all, then I may adjust it. And what I may do is, if we close well above the open of that candle without actually breaking, the impulse entries may also be valid on buys above that 190.560, that resistance. So that is my opinion of GJ, guys. So potentially could have options soon on GJ. We'll keep a bit of an eye on it. I'll just set an alert. I can use the fib right now to determine what point where I want this candle to close below. If I was to look for a potential sell, or whoops, line up a potential sell on the following candle. So for me, to suggest, wrong way around, to suggest it's a weak closure, I would want this candle to close around the 23.8 to the 38.2 would be sufficient. So really anywhere below 38.2 would suggest it's a weak enough closure, and I may potentially be able to look for a sell option on GJ. Anything above that, not going to be valid for the sells. And if it continues as is just now, then perhaps we'll just grab a little bit more liquidity from this resistance. And could we be ready for buys? Let's just mark in an alert. And now we'll Based on okay, that's all good. Continue anyway. And we'll have a look at gold, guys. So might quickly go back to GJ if need be, but let's turn our focus to gold just now. And once again, looking at the weekly, I'm just gonna get GJ potentially ready. So what you'd be looking at quickly on GJ, guys, just in case, this candle, we want it to close definitely above the body of the candle to the left, the previous candle, and pretty much where that alert is, that's where it would be a really nice closure. What I tend to do is marking the 50% of that wick from open to the wick high, and if we close above the 50, that to me is a very strong closure. That to me would suggest we do have the volume momentum, that if we were to create the lower wick and begin to break that candle's high and then go on to break the resistance, it's a good chance that we could make a quick move up. So you'd be looking at entries just above the resistance itself. So let me just see on IC markets what that actual level is. So 195.63 is the official high on IC markets. So you'd be looking around 195.80 as a potential entry point. If your stop loss, a pretty wide one, has to be below 30. And TPs, well, obviously, as per usual, I secure when I see fit. So that's what we're potentially looking at. I'll keep an eye on it now, and then I'll look at gold if, just in case. I'll wait and see if it does become valid. Just quickly, let me say hello to everyone. Franco, Beats, Nags, Tony Gold, Steve, Carl F, Rick. Feel like some ice cubes for to pour in the whiskey. Nice one. Yeah, so cheers guys. Sketchmas, good morning to you. So let's keep a little bit of an eye on GJ. Dawn, good morning. I'll just remove this. Got 20 seconds remaining. We want it to pop up. Remove that horizontal. It's not obviously going to close below the 23.8 or 38.2. 32.8, sorry, get confused with the levels. KK, hello to you. All right, so it's not quite closed where I want it to close. All right, so for the time being, 15-minute, not really, I mean, it's pulled back, but we're closed below the resistance still. So I don't really yet have a catalyst, so I'm just gonna wait. In the meantime, what we will do is the analysis on gold and see what we can come up with now moving forward on gold. All right, so starting once again at the weekly time frame and previous weekly, still based off that at this stage, was a strong bearish candle. Current candle, not a great deal of volume. It's evident once we go down to the daily and 4 hour, we're just stuck in a range. Let's just mark in the current weekly candles high and see what we've got above that level. So bearish on the weekly, inside bar candle though. The current daily is just an absolute mess at the moment. Not trading, we're just consolidating, maybe just grabbing some more liquidity from the market before we continue to make another impulse either to the downside or the upside. Structurally though, what we can see is we are technically bearish with no real counter probabilities at the moment, just all over the shop. So hard to know what to make of that, but if we did begin to break the current weekly candles high yet again, let's see if we've got any sort of clean areas above it for potential options to buy it. Absolute mess on the 4 hour time frame, just pure trash, absolute consolidation at the moment. So very difficult on the 4 hour to find any clean sort of entries at this rate. For me, it looks like below this support here and at 26.3360 looks a lot cleaner to the left hand side. As far as the resistance, we'll mark it in on the 30-minute time frame. Not sure if that bullish candle has probably got a few levels of resistance within it, you know, 30, I'm assuming, so it could be a bit difficult to find some clean areas. But all right, down to the 30-minute time frame, and what we've got is above that previous daily candles high, obviously got some clean traffic to the left of that. At that point, we would have created at this rate a high low, high on the daily time frame. So using daily counter probabilities against the structure itself, which is technically bearish at the moment on the 30. The bias is technically bearish, believe it or not, guys. But whilst we're stuck in this 4-hour range, for me, I'd definitely be interested in looking for either options and trading the range at this rate. So what that means is if we break above it, definitely interested in the buyers from above that resistance. And if want the closure, preferably a closure, would consider the impulse entries, but prefer the closure. We'll reassess if and when the time comes. Otherwise, it'd be really nice if we did actually pull back to tap into that 4-hour level yet again, reject, and at that point look for some sells with a little bit more margin. So the sells below 26.30 is a potential option on gold. Now what I'm seeing just now is, let's quickly look at it in the 15-minute time frame. We've just formed some support. We're consolidating at the minute. However, if we were to close below it, what we can see is we've got a little bit of margin to the downside potentially. Roughly about 30 pips to that support, and then potentially 40. And then if you have the volume momentum, we could come back down to the 4-hour support. So based off that, I need a nice strong closure below. That would be enough evidence to suggest to me that we may make another pullback to the next line of support, which lines up with that resistance. So therefore, sells below 26.4750 is definitely something I would consider on gold. Now, further options, again, we'll reassess if when the time comes, we could look to buy it from support upon the deep pullback. So really, just put anywhere buys above this level. To be honest, we got support just here at 26.43. We got support at 26.40. And then lower down at 26.37 is the actual 4-hour zone. So if we did pull back to that level, there could be options to buy it from a little bit lower down. And that is pretty much it. So gold, I'm just looking to trade the range unless we break out of it to either side. And then I'd be interested in looking for sells below the support, the 4-hour support, and buys above it. Very simple in gold today. Just need to wait for a little bit more confirmation. DJ, yeah, I want to see some closures above in GJ. Have I missed? Okay, 26.50 key level looks like it's gonna dump 26.50. Yeah, it's a psychological number. Lines up with some resistance to the left as well, so could be a potential reversal point. The members and I have been really focused as well of late. Been chatting a lot about it during the NY call about these quarter levels. Our price tends to react quite heavily to the 50s, 25s, 75s, and the whole number. Very interesting because it tends to usually react to them. So we're in the process of testing a few things out based off that. GJ got some momentum. Nice. Yeah, I would have wanted to close a little bit higher up, to be honest, to validate the impulse entry. Doesn't mean it's not a valid entry, but just in accordance to my rules and that, I would have preferred it to close above the body of that bearish candle. I mean, what you could do now is just adjust this and draw in another zone just there. And you basically, that's the 4-hour zone. Yeah, so the focus is gold for me, guys. No impulse entries, we're coming from consolidation. So we really need to be patient and just wait for a closure. 15-minute will suffice. but we need some sort of closure below. 5 minute for me is not enough. The 15 will be enough. And we'll see. That's what we're waiting for. Franco hourly and GJ looks pretty good. Yeah, it does too. Yep, you've closed above the resistance here, left a long way to the downside. Don't get me wrong, GJ does look good. So definitely options on GJ just now, if anyone is interested. Once again, I'm gonna focus on what I trade best, and that's gold. Members, I'll share with you a link. Okay, gold breaks here, it's gone. Potentially. All right, I might let the TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, in on the fun. If anyone is lining up GJ, let me know. It's a big week on as far as news, guys. We've got NFP to come on Friday as per usual, the first week of the month. ADP today, followed by the Fed speaking, Jerome Powell. So obviously it's going to be a lot of market reaction to that with the majors. You definitely be wary of it. Unfortunately, my Aussie is just dying off the back of some poor GDP news, poor figures. So stagnation in the growth of the economy, so not helping the strength of the Aussie at the moment. DJ rejecting just now. So again, I think we need to wait for the closures above. That is my preference if I was to look for anything on GJ. So I'm still focused on gold, guys. We will go on to a 15-minute chart. We've got just over 4.5 minutes, and let's see if we can close below for potential options. Thanks. We're in GJ as it broke previous M30 high. All right, mate. You should have a plan for how you're going to manage your trade as well. I wish you luck, my friend. Hans, Frank, Ken, and everyone on TikTok, welcome. Rick, you're also in GJ. Alright, guys. Looks alright in the alley. Again, the M30 for me just didn't tick the box because we had not closed above the candle body to the left, that bearish candle. So I would have preferred to engulf the body of that candle, if not the whole candle itself. And seeing we still remain below that particular level and also the actual high of the resistance, for me it's just not perfect enough. You can finally trade on the window. GJ, nice one. Abdul, good morning to you, mate. Cryptic, welcome. And Geomar. Get my eyes ready for you, Rick. Carl. Yeah, you could be getting ready for the rest of us, hopefully, if gold gives us an option soon. Let's see. We really want to pop down a little lower. It's Ishan and Mitchell. Good day to you guys. Thomas, Polo. Brick gold sales would be nice. Most definitely. Just need it to close a little bit lower down. There's no limit order valid this time around for me. Thank you for the follow. Me, Kev. Yeah, there's no limit order valid because we're just coming from consolidation, so we need to just patiently wait for, first of all, a candle to prove that we can close below it. Second of all, that following candle to retest it, and then third of all, as it begins to break with the candles low, that is how I would look to enter this trade. So that is what I'm currently looking at, guys. So far, we may have an option. Looking like it's starting to pop below this support. So just get things ready if you are interested in taking it. If you know, you know. Thank you for the follow. Welcome everyone on TikTok. Alrighty, YouTube. We don't want this to melt in the next 38 seconds. We want to chill. We want to remain pretty much where it's at. If that is to be the case, wait for the upper wick. And as it begins to break, stop loss will have to be above the 15 to begin with. So whatever the lowest point of the current candle on your broker is, just suss that out. Minus 26.4689. So I'll be looking at 26.4670 roughly as a potential entry point. Not sending it though until this candle closes with a bit of an up lower wick. Got a tiny low wick and needs to pull back, create the upper wick now. And it's dropped. So the entry point has to be about 50 now. 26.4650. Just below the current candle's low. So it did drop down to begin with. And now it's popped up to create a bit of an upper wick. So 26.4650. That is pretty much what I'm looking at. So I'm just triggered in. Well, let's see. JJ's flying. Well done, guys. Yeah, good bounce off that resistance in the end after pulling back into it.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, mate. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Oh, good.
So, something is with your voice, or?
Sorry?
Something is with your voice. Some flu or something?
No. No, not at all, mate. No, mate, maybe just a bit tired, I don't know. No.
Okay.
All good, mate. All good.
Good.
All good. Not a problem at all. Maybe I speak too
Good to
much.
hear.
All right, so gold, a little bit of a bad error, guys. We have not retested that zone just yet, which I totally forgot, to be honest. That's all right. We may pull back and retest it first. So I'm not too concerned. We did retest it and then drop. That's also fine. You could look to even take another entry as it breaks again. But probably should have waited for the retest. Still quite comfortable at the moment. Wow, no top wick. It's got a tiny one, but it's at resistance. For me, it's not. That's not the issue. None. Ghost. Do the dodge farmer. Rux. Okay, so well done to anyone who took GJ. You're flying in some healthy profits at the moment. Ernestus, explain why I entered. Got the closure below the resistance, support, sorry. Would have preferred to see a tap in. That's the one thing I forgot, but still makes sense. You still got counter probabilities to the downside at the moment. You close below the support, just below the resistance. We're staying within the 4-hour range as well. So for me, I just wanted a closure out of the consolidation. And for me, that would have been a strong enough confirmation that we could be ready to come back down to the next support here around that 24.63 sort of region. So off the back of that, I was wanting to take a bet on that, and we'll see. I'm fully aware it still could pull back a little bit further to retest that zone. So it's the only concern. I may have entered a tad too early. It's kind of new. It's booming. Doge Farm, never heard of it. I thought you were taking a piss out of Doge, to be honest, mate. All right, drop a bit more.
Well, I'm also in.
Yep.
I've waited a little bit longer until we created an upper wick, more an upper wick.
Yep, fair enough, mate. It's probably a better option. All right, just gonna manage the stop loss just above the entry. All right, getting to break even. Seeing we are within the range. There's your 10. I've just closed half right on 11. Done.
Yeah, like
3 days in a row, guys. 3 days in a row. This one I'm not as happy with, though, in all honesty. But still, it still made sense. So, nice one. That's how we roll. That's how we roll, guys. Still don't get enough love on the stream, but killing it this week. What a comeback week. So make sure you consider securing. Why I suggest consider securing some partials at this point is because we're trading within the range. The range holds priority, guys. So don't be greedy. yes, it could definitely come back down to support. However, it could reject, create that high low, and we end up heading back up to retest the highs. So just secure a little bit, I recommend. If nothing else, get to break even, and if it runs, it runs. Fantastic. Thank you guys on TikTok for the follows, a few of you. And all right, so we'll see what else we've got moving forward into closer to London. Whiskey time, Rick. You know what? It's 6:30 almost in the evening here. Don't know about whiskey, but it's almost beer time. Don't even have a beer in the fridge, so
You deserve
that's
it.
very
right
un-Australian, to be honest. It's really un-Australian not to have a beer in the fridge. Should give back my citizenship. There we go. So I've still got the partials going. As per my new rule, I tend to secure first positions anywhere above 10. So all week it's been around 11 so far. Then I tend to secure another position at 20 and then just let the rest go. Yesterday I closed the whole thing at 25 then. There we go. So there's the 20. I'll just close another partial. And the rest is set for literally that point there is where I've got the full TP set for. Smash the like button, guys.
Great.
Smash the like button. Good work.
Pretty easy.
In the end, yeah, just would have preferred it to tapped in, but still. Go again, guys. Ready for this week? Gold sells. Well done, guys. Good work. All right, so everyone seems to be drinking today. We've got GJ. Those of you who took GJ, well done. You've definitely would have secured some profits. Those of you who took gold, you definitely secured some profits. We should have, so good work. Well done, guys.
Yeah, up to maybe leave a small runner. I don't know, don't close the full position. Maybe 90% at the beginning,
Yeah,
and then leave
you
10%.
Yeah, you could do that. Could do that. But for me, I'm comfortable just accepting that as my end result, if that is where I choose to. And if it does tap into that, that's, you know, 20, roughly about 25 pips again. So that to me is more than enough. And again, last Wednesday was not a good day. I've more than truly covered that now this week. So just what a good start to December it's been. All right, so guys, let's hear it. Who got those trades? Let's start. So some of you were in GJ to begin, so well done. Quick scalpo, we'll see. Yep, that's it, mate. Hopefully you may have taken it. Rick, you're in when it broke its own login. Nice work. Damn, a killer. $300 profits. Good work, mate. Good call. Joe, nice one. Gabby, that was fast. Yeah, it's saying a bit of drawdown. Nothing major. I think it's about 6-7 pips, which is pretty standard on gold. Carl, whiskey time. That's it, mate. But a win is a whiskey. That's it. Actually, what we discussed yesterday, mate, was do you, for every pip that price goes into profit, do you take a shot? That's what we were discussing yesterday. That would be an interesting stream. That will make for a really interesting stream.
For sure.
The way I'm slurring my words at the moment, you probably think I've already had a few.
Would you do this
like
private or really on YouTube?
Well, yeah, like I don't know, we can start on YouTube, but I don't think it'll go very well, to be honest. I'll probably lose a lot of viewers very quickly. But 8:22 in the morning, never too early, mate. Rick, I've secured right now, we're about roughly 90%. Be about 85 to 90. Yeah, Nags, pour run a shot, Rick. That'd be really nice. Okay. You also did, but also I called the actual what I wanted to see. So you called the level, but I called what I wanted to see, the closure below. Carly, Rich, you can drink. He said, mate, come to Thailand. You can drink any time of day or night. Doesn't make a difference. In all honesty. But you know what? Shit works better there. Just how it is, because people are just more relaxed. Doesn't mean everyone drinks, you know, but I mean, you walk past a group of guys drinking like 8 in the morning, and I'll say g'day to you and you like a drink or whatever. Not like if you walk past someone here at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm looking at what the fuck you're looking at, and then all of a sudden you're on. That's how it is. You gotta be careful what you look at, because it could be on. Steve, wait until I get the children off school before I have a drink. Probably best to do so, mate. Joe, nice one. Call F. I'm in UK. Yep. Smash like button beats. That'd be great. KK from Melbourne, Australia, mate. Beats. I appreciate the support as always. And like I said, it does not go unnoticed as well. So it could be some surprises for some of you moving forward.
Justin,
yeah, mate.
Could you go to GU? I sent also some analysis.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it seems to maybe that we can go in sales right now. With the M30
members analysis. Yeah, it's rejecting that resistance. You've got it marked in as a 4-hour level. So I'm assuming it's now formed support below it. It has. Yeah, by all means.
Yeah.
Yep, this is looking really good for some potential sell options. Bearish engulfing, closing back below the resistance, closing below some support. Also 15-minute support as well. Bit of an upper wick and valid entries as well. Personally, don't trade GU, but it does look good. Abdul, we took trade when M30 closed below support, or we can even 15 close below support. On gold, 15 is sufficient. It just has that much volume that often if you were to wait for the 30, it will leave without you. So on gold, I'm not fast to, I'm comfortable and confident to trust the 15. GJ, I usually prefer to see a catalyst prior to an entry on the 30. So I'm not as kind to the 15-minute on GJ. I can definitely look to see what's going on within it for added confluence and reason to take the trade. But I much prefer to wait for the 30-minute on GJ and any currency pair, to be honest. Rick, Justin changing the markets. Just Justin doing what he does best. Just waiting patiently. But again, in this case, still valid. Didn't retest, which is usually what I want to see from consolidation. However, still feel it's a valid entry, but what I probably should have done is waited for it to create a little bit more of an upper wick as Franco did, and then entered the broke its own low again. So that's the only thing. If I had to line it up again, still would have trusted it, but I probably would have waited, probably would have sat there thinking maybe it's going to go without me, but it hasn't yet created enough of an upper wick, and I just need to wait patiently. So that's the only thing I possibly would have done differently, but yeah, it's still a nice win.
So GU is creating an upper wick right now.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, GU's looking good. It rejects this support just now.
Yeah.
And starts to break its own low again. Then I think it's a pretty clean entry on GU as well for potential sells. Let's look at the previous hourly. So you've broken a lot of that. It's this very strong level of resistance, and every time it heads back up to it, it just does the same thing. It comes straight back down. So yeah, I think GU is looking pretty good. MT84, Spiro, dollar Spiro, Zillion's pumping. Check out the deck screener off circuit. Guys, this is Forex, mate. If you're trying to pump and shill a coin, do it on a stream that has more than 4 people. That's what I recommend. It's probably not no value to do it on this stream, to be honest, mate. But you're welcome to hang out either way. I do trade crypto personally, but not on TikTok, not on YouTube. I just trade it myself, swing trade it. Currently in profits on all positions, so looking good. Next, beats, crack the code. Yeah, again, it's not for me. It's just I'm consistent because I'm sat here the same time each day. I see the same things happen, and it comes with time. I've been doing it for pretty much 8 years now. So you pick up on things. Like yesterday's call was probably almost the call of the year. Like, it could not have been any more perfect to what I wanted to see. That's it, full TP, by the way, guys.
Great call, man.
Yep, I'm right there. Just there goes the full TP. So
how much?
30.5 or something. Yep, and there she goes. Disappeared from the screen, so nice one. TikTok, is the background music too loud? Because it's just, I've just got this warning saying it is. Bali Yosh, probably pronounced that wrong. This is TradingView. So chart on TradingView, it's just easier, and trades are executed on the MetaTrader platform. Rick, you went out early on because not really a wick on the M30 and 4 hour, still good profits. Nice one. Yeah, and also trading within a range, so yes, it could burst through levels of support, but I don't hold any anticipation it will. I'd rather secure some profits, target a realistic level. For me, that is right now. That's where it's tapped into, and just be happy with it. It could drop another 100 pips and I couldn't care less. I've secured some really nice profits from it either way, so great start to today. But we'll stick around, we'll see what else presents, if anything really quality presents.
No, I'm a GU buy.
GU sells.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's broken its own low again. So GU's looking good. That's the 70th win for the stream. So slowly creeping up to that 100, guys. Next, really want to see Thailand. Justin, something cooking for a meetup. Let's do it. I'd love to, guys. I mean, as soon as I know more details as to when I might be back, I could let you guys know and we could try to plan something. But I just have no idea when I'll be back at the moment. I'm actually in the process of getting my missus a visa to come here, so yeah. Just call you Yosh. No worries, mate. Just trying to get into training. Well, you've definitely come to the right stream because I'm very strict with my rules and discipline, things like that. So you definitely learn a lot just by, you know, turning up on the daily. What I would suggest is search, have a look for me on YouTube. I'm streaming live on YouTube right now. You get the full screen so you can see exactly what I'm looking at. I've got a few more visuals on the screen on YouTube. TikTok, they'll ban me if I display him, so I can't display the full screen. Join the free Discord group, and yeah, you learn a lot from the stream. So it's all about patience, discipline, having a plan, sticking to your rules, things like that. And then once you find your edge and you've proven over, you know, a given set of data, I suggest at least a couple months of entries, then it's all about just having the discipline to follow it. So hardest part is the psychology of it all. So, yeah, same name, so just look it up. A.C.T. You took small entries, Bruce. Nice one. GU looking good. If anyone is in GU right now, you could, if you really want to mitigate risk. So, I mean, this is what you may have been looking at, something like that. You could now just adjust this stop loss to just above the entry candle. Because once seeing now it's got the high, low, low to the previous candle. There is no real need for it to pull back and break its own high if it was to continue bearish. And if it does so, maybe it's just grabbing a little bit more liquidity from some of this level consolidation to the left. Personally, not in GU, I do not trade it. DJ coming back to retest. So we've got 21 minutes until London Open, guys. What sort of margin have we got above the high of this candle? Yeah, not great, about 14 pips roughly. DJ might be a bit difficult to look for the buy in gold. Just chilling on gold for the time being. Oh, you're up for that? Yeah, I'd love to do it, guys. In all honesty, I would absolutely love to do it at some point, but yeah, I'm just not sure when. Nah, all good, guys. You feel welcome to. It's all good. Yosh, nice one. Made it across to the YouTube stream. Welcome. Anton, as I said to our friend MT84 before, probably not the best stream to be chilling a crypto meme coin or whatever, because the fact of the matter is I've got 7 people watching right now. I believe in GU cells as well. Slow, definitely a slower mover, but I mean it looks very good. So the members on the call right now, or in the chat, will be on for pre-NY. Pre-NY is where we discuss new things that we're considering testing and all that type of thing. So it's a bit of fun. We have, you know, a general chat as well. Do look for trades. I didn't take any last night. Some of the guys did, and took some profits on that. So.
Oh, I need to take 50% out.
Yeah, it's looking good, mate. Nice call. Very nice call, mate. Good work. Rick, Carl, sorry, you got competition. Rick is ripped. Do you need to get your games? Yeah, all good. He can have the title as the most ripped man on this stream, so it's all good, mate. Probably got a few years. Oh, I've got a few years on him, so pretty happy with how I am at the moment. Bulking season anyway, so. Gone up too. I've put on about 3.5 kilos in about 2 months. I've lean muscle, so not fat. Start obviously increasing the protein intake. Yosh, did you say, yeah, trading view, mate, trading view. So just there, it says in the bottom here. If you follow my cursor. So just look up trading view. You can open a free account, you don't have to pay. I've got the free account. What I do suggest is use Brave browser, because then you don't get all the ads popping up. So I run everything off Brave browser because it cuts out all the ads. You can even watch YouTube without ads free with Brave through Brave as well, guys. So for those of you who don't have it, gold melting, not a problem. This is good because what this means is moving forward, we are now starting to open up this whole range again. So before it is an absolute mess. We've got traffic all over the shop, wasn't really trending. Now the volumes come in and we're making a clean move to the downside. So what this means is if we do react to this support, whether it be 2640 or we come back down to the 4-hour level, bounce off that, and we get a signal within price action from that point, it's more probable of making a clean move back up. So the bigger, the better, the stronger the move, the cleaner move right now, that would be of preference moving forward. So absolutely beautiful. This is what you want to see. Mighty Star Productions, good to have you on the stream again. Gordon, None. Danny. Lockley. Oh, some of these names. Apologies, guys. I know I'm butchering them, but try my best. Mr. Phil, good morning to you, mate. I hope we get 50-60 on stream today. It'd be nice, but we'll see. I have no expectations these days, so we're already doing a lot better than what we have recently. Don't worry, wait till we get back up to, well, never been up to those levels yet, but wait till we see the day we're up to 200-300, and you know, after that, next goal will be 500. We'll get there one day, guys. We'll get there. BJ rejecting. All right, so the 15 looks like it could be closing weak bearish, tapping into this resistance, bouncing off it. Are we grabbing some liquidity for us to head back up? My main concern is we don't really have the margin. We've got around 14 pips, and once you account for spread, that means you got about 12 pips max. So not ideal, and the way that candle closed is not a weak enough candle, to be honest. It's closed almost engulfing in the end. So ideally, what probably would have been better is if this candle actually flipped and happens to have closed like so instead, after rejecting that previous resistance. So GJ just need to chill a little bit for the time being. Let's quickly have a look at GU once again. Let's come back up. All right, they had probably about
I'm out at BE.
Yep. Yeah, so it could be reacting to this range here, to resistance over here to the left. But as far as a catalyst, I mean, this is one of the reasons why I don't trade GU personally, because it takes a lot more to shift it. Gold's the same. Gold is a big market, but it just moves with volume. Whereas I feel often, see, if that was gold, it probably would have given us our 10-15 before maybe coming back up. Whereas GU, it's dropped about 5 or 6. Still could make the move down. But yeah, personally, I prefer to swing GU if I was to trade it rather than scalp it. That's just me personally. Mr. Phil, how's it going? Looking for something else? Nice trade earlier. Just chilling, hanging around and seeing if something, you know, of quality presents. At the moment, just nothing. Gold making a further correction, which is fine. Just need to see it form some support and we'll see. Alibaba, Sandy, welcome guys, good day to you. Mr. Phil looking for good closure on EU, but the range might put me off. Stop loss might put me off EU. To the downside or the upside, because it's bouncing off some of this resistance to the left. Just looking at the 30. And this whole level is a very, very strong level. I know you trade the hourly time frame. I see options, to be honest, to either side at the moment. If this rejected and remained above, so rejecting the range below, only to remain above and close back up near its high, then that would suggest to me perhaps we'll just grab some more liquidity before we head back up to retest the high. What we're doing within the current daily candle is, since we've created a low, create a high, high, low, high, high, equal low, that we were to respect this level, there's a good chance we could pull up to retest the high or create maybe a lower high yet again, but at that point it probably could be at break even in case it does come back down, right? That head and shoulders pattern, whatever you want to call it, and begin to break into the range below. So Nasdaq is still pushing. Is it at all-time highs yet again? It is too. Wow. All off the back of the Magnificent Seven. Wow. Alright, so for me, GJ sells are still best below this support, because remember, you're trading back into that 4-hour resistance. This is just one level basically. Lines up with some support here to the left. Hovering above that wick though, but still, I don't feel we're gonna have the margin to sell it. Maybe have to see where the candle closes. What a cracking week, guys. 3-0. All trades taken quite early, I think, as well. So the other thing you would need to consider if we were to look for any GJ sells is risk to reward. So stop loss is the catalyst for me right now will be engulfing. That will mean you're running with a stop loss of, if it closes just below, you'll be looking around 37, 38 pips for a potential return of about 16 once you account for spread. So I still feel the better option is going to be below that support. Oops. Made it down to the gym today. I was surprised. I had a very busy day, but I really couldn't be bothered going, but I managed to sneak down there for about 40 minutes. Smashed out a back and shoulders session, Rick. With very little energy. Did not want to be in there, to be honest. I just wanted to smash it out so I can get out of there. But those are some of the best sessions, in all honesty. Rick? GU? If anyone is in GU, yeah, potentially. Franco already secured a little bit, I think you mentioned, and then taking out break even the rest. So yeah, I'm not trading G, I'm not in it. I don't personally trade it. Root Tour, welcome. Rick, I was never in it, mate. I was never in it. I don't trade GU. Abdul, it took it GU once it broke the low. Are you still in this trade? Or how are you going about managing it, mate? As far as gold, I'm out. I've secured the full bag. Still in GU? Okay. Just be careful of this 80 level as well, which lines up with some of this resistance here to the left. Because that seems to be the sticking point right now. So it tapped into 750 pretty much as well and bounced off that. Rick, you were in GU as well. You just break even. Fair enough, mate. At least you managed it. So 6.5 minutes remaining until the session open. Let's see where we're at on GJ and gold. Gordon, g'day to you. Serenity. Push Singh, g'day to you. Rick, Carl is a Muay Thai host, I think you meant. Is that true, Carl? Do you coach Muay Thai or? Very interesting. Kosat Sana, welcome. Nice one, mate. Nice one. I've done a little bit of it years ago over in obviously the land of Thai, but not for a long time. My brother does a fair bit of it, and his son is the size of a house. He's one big boy, like 6'3" or 4" and about 120 kilos, and oof, probably holding a bloody kickback when he's kicking it like a bloody freight train going express. You ring announce as well? Oh, you're hosting it. Oh, okay. Your mates fight all over the world? Oh, okay, nice one. So they definitely would have fought in Thailand. I would be assuming at some point. Kasana, all good, mate. All good. Heath, welcome, guys. So we've already taken a win on some gold sales, secure the bag. Just seeing how price reacts now to support. GJ is the other pair I do trade, and that at the moment is not ready. I mean, it's looking like it could be almost ready to head back up to retest this resistance. It potentially is closing weak bearish, long wick to the downside, rejecting the range below, rejecting the resistance, suggesting maybe it's grabbed some more liquidity before it begins to make the move up to this region here around that 190 flat sort of level. 191 flat. Stop loss, the risk to reward is going to be an issue. I'm not too stressed about risk to reward in general, but there is not much point having a stop loss of 35 plus pips when you're targeting, once you count for spread, about 12. That's the only issue for me. Sam and girls, San Miguel Light. First trains entirely. San Miguel Light's not bad beer. It tastes like shit after a while though, if you have more than a few, to be honest. It gives you the worst taste in your mouth. That's the only thing I hate about it. Those who don't know, it's similar to Corona, I suppose, but a much cheaper version. Low carb as well though. Roy, Grinch XRP. I tell you what, you'd be loving life if you are in XRP at the moment. Oh, you gave access, didn't you? All right, 2 minutes until session open. Anyone weighing up any entries at the moment? Shazad, welcome to you. Guys in the TikTok, feel free to ask questions if you are looking at any particular pair you'd like me to look at. I'm more than happy to do so. Try to keep it to Forex pairs because I don't think TikTok likes crypto from what I can make out. One minute until session open, guys. So for me, not likely going to be an option just now. The only way you could consider, in my opinion, playing GJ right now is if the new the London Open candle doesn't need to pull back to retest this zone, so we've already done it. But if it does create a bit of a low wick, then begin to break above the high, you'd have to use the low wick of the entry candle as your stop loss and just trust it. But GJ actually looks pretty good now that it's flipping. You're gonna have a pretty strong confirmation here on the 15. So a bit of a low wick, and it begins to break that bearish candle's high. There's your potential option. Now, want it to close, quickly use the fib around the 50% from open to wick high to really give it a strong confirmation. Because if it did so, then it's closing up near its high. It's not leaving much of an upper wick, and it hasn't done that. Pop straight up. Yeah, so for me, probably not something I'd be interested in. Yeah, this is trading rule based, strictly sticking to rules that generally work, you know, 8 times out of 10 for me. And gold, 15-minute minus support means nothing as far as in regards to any buy option for me. So definitely just need to wait. Carly eyeing a buy trade. GU goes back down to 125.40. Yep, back at, yeah, I think it's definitely a good level to look for options to buy it. It's got to get there first though. Bit of a pipe right at this stage, yeah. Nice, so no one is taking out money when Carl is around, is whipping somebody for free. That's it, we've got security, don't we? Derek, have you closed your gold trade? It buys what levels will hit? Yeah, I closed my gold trade at 30 pips. GJ ripping. So for me, the buys, what I prefer to see it do is we've just burst through this support. We've had no care for it. For me, I'd really like it to now come back down to this level here, which lines up with all these wicks to the left. And if it starts to pop or bounce off that level, that's when I'd probably trust it for buys. If it starts to react now and bounce back up, then I'd rather just wait for the pullback and look for a lower high to form. It may reject this previous support, or it may yet still pull back up to retest that previous zone that it broke out of, and then look for potential rejection for options to sell it. But yeah, for the buys, I would prefer it to actually tap into this 2640 region and then bounce off it for a potential option. And even better if it pops down lower, down towards that 2637 and reacts to that. In my opinion, that would be also a really nice area to start looking for your price action catalysts or buy options. But right now, you're pretty much at a 4 hour level. It's just consolidating. These wicks are nasty on the 4 hour. But whilst it's doing that, just trade the range. That's your best bet. Try to buy high, sell low, and wait for price to, if you want to do anything else, probably best to wait for it to leave the range. So buys above that support. GJ, nice move in the end. But again, still want to be in an entry, had no lower wick as well. Very strong level, 191 flat, it could tap into. I'll if I need to shout whooping for a minimum 100 pip full margin trade. So you might be copying or whopping if you popped up 100 pips, wouldn't you? Full margin, oof. Those were the days, I remember those days. Mr. Phil, my thoughts on it, EU short. Yeah, if it breaks its own low, yep, I like it. Definitely like it more now because it started to close below this previous support, which was obviously resistance we had broken out of late into the Asian session, into pre-EU, and now it's back below it, and it's back, we formed support at that level. So if it did begin to break its own low again, I think EU shorts look pretty good, to be honest. Rick, people will only know how good this man's strategy is, he will be famous instantly. Look, mate, not concerned about being famous, I just want a little bit more of a following more than anything. But we'll get there, I've got plans, as I mentioned, for next year. This guy in a basketball shirt knows how to beat the markets, yet people don't have patience to learn from his streams. Or, you know, I've always said I may be the boring trader. I'm not taking 5 to 10 trades a stream. I don't need to. Why give it back, to be honest? You hunt for one quality trade. That's generally enough. But the way I teach is a way which I feel you guys can go off on your own and replicate quite easily. It's not as 5-minute order blocks and like crap. A.C.T, SMC, again, it's not crap, it's just what works for others. For me, it's simple. It's just price action at levels. Very simple. Try to keep it that simple for you guys. DJ is still ripping. And this is good too, because again, we're at a pretty choppy area now, a pretty strong level of resistance. So clearing the impulse out now and a deeper the impulse, it's again just waiting for pullbacks, whether it pulls back to retest the highs of the resistance, or if it pulls back deeper to retest the level we've just broken out of. The deeper the pullback, the more margin we have for the buys. The clearer the pullback, the more probable the buy back up will be. We could also, we'll flip the structure. All right, flip the 30-minute is bullish. Yeah, the 30-minute is bullish, guys. I think I said it was bearish before, but it definitely has flipped. Hato, thank you for the follow. Ahmad, TRX. Again, I'm not going to focus so much on crypto on this stream because it gets me banned. What I think of it, what is it, layer 1, isn't it? I know the fees are a lot cheaper than Ethereum, that's for sure. I don't know much about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think technically, I think it's along with all the dinosaur coins. I think they're all pumping at the moment. I think it's probably better coins to be in though. I recently used Polygon to shift some USDT over, and that was really good. B was basically nothing. And it arrived within probably about 5 minutes. So I was pretty happy with that. It's always one thing when you're sending crypto from exchange to exchange, or wallet to exchange, or wallet to wallet, whatever. You're always a little bit concerned that you may have done something slightly wrong. Like you may have sent from Polygon to Ethereum network or whatever. Or the address is wrong or whatever. The address is pretty hard to get wrong because you just copy and paste it. But if you go cross-chain, you actually need to use a bridge, and if you don't use a bridge, your funds are gone, completely gone. So I just stick within the same chain if I'm sending anything. Yosh, is it just me? Screen gone black? I don't know. It's not black on my side of things. M. Gurnay, thank you for the follow. Yosh, you can't see anything? Refresh the stream, mate. Maybe it's just you. Maybe it's your internet. Rick, do I have Asian highs and lows TP sometimes? Yeah, at times I do look at that. Also, thank you for the sub. I also look for price to sweep those levels sometimes prior to entries. Gold did that. Obviously, it created the high today. Prior to the entry, it swept that, created the high, rejected, came back below. And that's where we took the sell entry. And likewise, just now it's coming back down to Asian lows. So could it now possibly tap into the 4-hour support here at 26.37 to grab that little bit more liquidity we need from the markets before we head back up? So the good thing is potentially in the next 5 minutes, we're confirming a little bit of minor support just above minor resistance, sorry, just above this support. So that minor resistance becomes a potential entry point for the buys back up. So gold is actually looking a lot better since this nice clean move down. Really liking what I'm seeing now on gold. Hedo, I think I mentioned before. Sorry, thank you for the follow. Mali, welcome. Yosh, you can see again. Nice one. Nice. Always trip like that sometimes in crypto. Yeah, man, I'm constantly refreshing. I even go on to whatever it is, like Etherscan or whatever, to make sure I've sent it to the right address and shit like that. Especially if it doesn't show up after like 10 minutes. You're starting to wonder, oh no, what have I done? Oh, I thought I almost did that last time actually. I thought I sent cross-chain without using a bridge by accident, because the first attempt failed to send from Polygon to Polygon, and then automatically I thought it automatically reset it to Ethereum as the network, but luckily it didn't. But I was hanging there for about 10 minutes. I was wondering, are my funds gone? Yosh, you can see again. Nice one. Fuck you. Just sell gold is going bearish, 25.50. That's what you believe, then by all means, that's what you do. I already took a gold sell. I've already secured my profit, so I'd rather look for the buy option from current level. Rick, these candles in gold form a little too far the buy area, above the buy area. If it was forming this pattern a little closer to buyers above, I would put buy stop above the wicks. Yeah, no, for me it's not ready either way, because yes, I still want it to at least tap into 26.40 roughly, that support here to the left on the 30-minute. That is the first preference, so let me mark it in properly. So it has to tap into 26.39.77. But what I'm saying is we may be now creating that, we will be confirming some minor resistance just above the support. So that becomes potential entry points, but it doesn't mean to just buy it as it breaks above it. And especially off the back of the strength of this current 15-minute candle, what I want to see, if I was to personally look to take it, is just simply this. Another candle. It looks something like that, where we start popping above the minor resistance formed out support. That's your confirmation, and then your entries on the break of that catalyst candle's high. That's pretty much what I mean, what I would be looking for. But in all honesty, it would not bother me whatsoever if it pops straight down to this support lower down, because you got more margin to take it up. And again, what it's doing is just opening up this whole range at the moment, but creating this clean move. Now normally, guys, if we had not tapped into target in this situation, normally we'd have an interruption limit order valid entry just now. So we're closed well below, sufficiently enough below this pause. We've made a nice impulse, create a nice impulse down. We've finally got a pause within price action. What normally I would be looking for is a limit order sell at the low of that bullish candle, stop loss back above the catalyst candle's high. But the fact that matter is tapped into target, so there is no margin for me to target at the moment. Yosh just joined Discord server, nice one. Feel free to ask questions. Not many people do. I encourage it. You guys use it, why not? I always encourage you guys to say good day.
No, GU is coming back down, so that's rejected. Maybe it's breaking the low of the M50 candle.
Coming back up, you mean?
No, I mean EU.
Oh, I thought you said GU, sorry mate. Yeah, EU. So the majors aren't moving in the same direction right now.
Yeah, correct.
Let's look at AU. AU's following EU at the moment. Yeah, EU looks quite good. If it broke its own high, you'd have your stop loss safely above the entry candle. Entry just a little bit below. Now, some of you won't have a spread on EU, so maybe go half a pip below.
Yeah, the spread is low.
Yeah, I think on IC markets it's 0.2. Yeah, generally it is. Fuck you, check one day and see liquidity. Yeah, it's all good, mate. I believe you, but again, it's not the way I trade. I'm looking at on the daily. I mean, this is just all a mess to me. So you could be 100% right, who knows? But for me, I just follow what I do best, and I've already done that so far today. And we'll see. Thanks, and there's always a slight glitch or network lag. New minds. Yeah, I know, man. I know when it comes to sending crypto. Thank God, though, you don't always now need to send through Ethereum, because that was just a headache. That was so expensive. You're struggling to understand how you know it was going to stop at that point and start going back up. It doesn't. It's just based off previous data to the left, mate. So these are levels of where we've had, you know, previous support and resistance within price action. So this is obviously some support. I use the 4-hour. I mark in gray. I mean, it's just one whole 4-hour level. It's a very choppy level of price action. These are actually 15-minute levels. The aqua color just to distinguish between the different time frames, and a 30-minute is I use a blue color. I don't actually have any 30-minute zones at the moment to really show you, but I mean I do, but we're nowhere near them. So just stick around, you'll start to understand a little bit more. But they're generally my targets, those previous levels. User Fiverr Aura, thank you for the follow. Can I check Wally? This is gonna get me in trouble. Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from the crypto at the moment because it would get me banned. Abdul, can I review your trade in the Discord losing trade analysis? You want me to do it quickly now or later on? I'll reply to it after, mate. Yeah, I might reply to it after. Yosh, why is it? I think it's just something on TikTok. It doesn't affect the YouTube stream, but it seems to have an effect on TikTok. So it may have just been because I accidentally showed my Bybit account that one particular day, and that's when I got banned. Thoughts on Shiba? I have none, to be honest. I don't have any thoughts on it. Kyle, you're off. Are you off? Kyle, sorry. What did I just say? I'm losing the plot. So sorry, I just saw that. Carl, yeah, you have a good one, mate. All the best. I wish you a good day and hopefully catch you on the stream tomorrow. Lemon, good day to you. Yeah, we took gold sales. Gold sales earlier, secured at full position at 30 in the end. So, been a great week so far, 3-0. And notched up win number 70 for the stream. Rick, the TikTok must be king. Who knows, mate? Literally nothing is allowed, except if you're a girl dancing with very little clothing, or, you know, which actually has no real educational purposes or of real benefit to anyone. I know some guys probably enjoy it, but to me, I don't know. I'd rather the real thing, to be honest. But yeah, it's not quite to my liking, to be honest. But yeah. So they're very sensitive with everything else. Mr. Phil, all good, mate. All good. Thanks, Coach James, always.
I mean, who sells Justin?
Nice one. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. All good, Nags. You have a good day. Thank you for joining. You in this shirt is not allowed, but girls almost naked. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I probably will get banned just for wearing a basketball singlet. I'll ban you for anything. I bet they are making their parents proud. Josh, probably. So EU, here it goes, guys. Josh, mate, where have you been? Long time no see. Probably about 4 months now. 5 months. Hope you're well. How you been? Missed a lot of the fun, mate. We're killing it. Beats Asian low, yep, sweeping it just now. As I mentioned before, would not surprise me. That is fantastic. So now this becomes the next zone of interest. Maybe previous days low too. Yeah, obviously it's a pretty strong level of liquidity that we're at. Josh, things have been fine. Been focusing with my job and fitness a lot. Still trade, but only MYA Asian session, sadly. All good, mate. Good to nonetheless hear from you. And main thing is you're doing well, and you're still in the trading space, which is good, because a lot of people give up. I feel a little bit too easy at times, but just stick to it. This goes for everyone. Just be patient with it. It's not a get rich quick scheme as a lot of people think it is. But if you have respect for training and you have the patience and discipline to carry out things properly, then there is every chance that you can make profits from it and make it, you know, definitely worth your while. Thank you for the sub. TikTok, I'm gonna end the stream, guys, just in case. I don't want to push my luck too far. Been lucky 3 days in a row now, so appreciate you guys for joining. I'll be back on tomorrow about the same time as I started on there today, whatever time that was, about just over an hour ago. If you want the full screen and if you want to join us across on YouTube, you're more than welcome to. Just look me up on the same name on YouTube, just A.C.T Forex, and you'll find me there. Anyway, guys, on TikTok, you have a good one. Take care, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. YouTube, I'm still on for the time being. But you know what? I probably will end it in a minute because I'm not going to get anything else just now. GJ potentially coming back down to that support. For me, the best option still is to look for now the buys from... I'll probably just remove that. The buys from back above 120 to 40 roughly and sells below it. We are rejecting highs of that resistance to fire level to the left. And for gold, for me, I'm liking what we're doing just now. The same entry point is still the current entry point for me, unless we form another minor resistance somewhere, for instance a little bit lower down. If we do tap in or minor resistance just here and begin to pop above it, then that's where I potentially look for some gold entries. But otherwise still the same level of that 2642. Yeah, I think I might get going as well, guys. I've got a date with the VIP members later. Quick update, EU looking okay still. Let us know how it goes, Franco.
Yeah. And
to everyone else, VIP guys, I'll see you guys later. To everyone else, make sure to give the stream a like on the way out. Ricky on Nasdaq sell, send it into the VIP as well, mate, if you want. Yeah, so give us a follow on IG and all that stuff, guys. If you want to hit me up about any more information or anything, send me a DM and I'll happily share that with you. Have a good one, guys. Well done today. Trade safe. You are trading to NY. Massive day. Thank you, Franco. Massive day with the news today, with obviously ADP to come and a whole lot more. So just be wary of that. I'll catch you guys same time, same place tomorrow. Until then, have a good one, guys. Cheers. Bye, guys.